how to be the best version of yourself in life, not just in football.
Welcome back to the United by Association podcast with myself, Fraizer Campbell. Where, Fraizer? Okay. Today we've got a really special guest, someone that's really, really close to us and that's had an illustrious career. He's played for Manchester United, Blackburn Rovers, Sunderland, Newcastle, Leicester City, Huddersfield Town, to name but a few. Welcome to the stage, Danny Simpson. How are you, mate?
Oh, good. How are you too?
Very good.
You mentioned Royal Antwerp there.
Thanks.
Royal Antwerp.
Thanks for having me.
Royal Antwerp, what a trip that was.
How's things at the moment? What are you up to at the moment, so?
It's fair, I just come back and I've obviously for this. Came back from...
I had to message him on Instagram, get yourself home.
Yeah, you weren't sure I was coming back. Normally I stayed over. I missed my flight. I've just been to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, doing some punditry over there, and to Bali in between them both. So, I love doing that. Gets me away from the country and gets to travel. I think, obviously, we all know I opened a bar a few months ago, but obviously it's been January, so it's pretty quiet. I'm just trying to figure things out. Tried to set up an academy over in Dubai. I'm not on the ground, so it's a bit more difficult to be involved. But I'm just trying to get involved in different things, keep busy, because it's not easy.
Yeah. So that's is it Phoenix FC that one's called? So is that a year in it's been going now?
Yeah, not even that. Probably 6 months. So probably missed the window over there. So really looking more the end of this year where we can really recruit people because they've already kind of signed up to different academies. So hoping from September onwards we'll have quite a big amount of numbers, and hopefully I can be there more depending on things, and I can coach and be involved, and I don't just want to be in the background. I want to be trying to help these kids over there.
Nice. And obviously on Alumni Stories we talk about our academy journey through Manchester United. So talk to us about when you first realised you was going to get a trial at Man United and how you even managed to get to that point.
Well, I didn't think I would. No, I say that, because I remember I was just playing for my local team in Eccles, and I think the tournament was in Dallas actually, and I got a trial at Liverpool. So I went there for 6 weeks. I know, and this is like, thank God they never took me there. I went there, I said, and obviously got told no after 6 weeks, and doesn't matter who you are, I'm a United fan, I was gutted. Yeah. Then the next one was a Man City trial. Wow. Who, again, thank God they didn't take me. Yeah. No. And that was again another 4 or 6 weeks. They, in the end, said no, that was at Platt Lane, that. And then you kind of think then, well, at the time, probably United's the biggest club. If Liverpool and City don't want you, you're probably not going to make it. And then, United came kind of out of nowhere. And I felt like it was my last chance, but it was weird because I feel like the other two trials set me up for that trial from being told no and being rejected and stuff. So maybe I put more into it because I was a United fan, loved the club. And that was another probably 6 weeks. Got past that first stage, then you start playing. I think if you remember rightly, that's when you start playing against the lads already signed. Or playing with them, or training with them to see if you fit in. And that was at 12. Luckily, they saw something in me, took a chance, and I didn't look back from there really. And obviously, I was buzzing.
When you was a kid, playing for your local team, was you always a fullback, or was, because people talk about like being a striker? Or
he definitely was a striker.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking he must have been a fullback.
Right? No,
he was a fullback at 6.
I was about to say I was
defensive mid.
Okay, clearly weren't a striker then. No, I was a centre back.
Was you?
I loved it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved tackling. Loved it. So what it was, my uncle used to take me out on the field, and I think this is where it started from. And he used to like bully me and say, "Get the ball off me."
Right.
And he'd just push me on the floor, and the ball be here, he'd be in, I'd be there, and I'd just be chasing him round, trying to get it back off him.
Yeah.
I think like it came from there, maybe. I don't know. And so I was a centre back. I don't even feel like back then it was a thing to be fullbacks or whatever. It was, you played through the middle, didn't you? So, and I played a year above as well, so I feel like I was doing well. So someone saw something in me, and then it was until I think, remember we had them X-ray scans and the bone scans.
The bone density.
It was like, how tall are you going to be? And I was going to be a midget. So
you and me both.
Yeah.
I had your results. So, take this back, this camera, right?
Yeah. So if it said 6'1", they would have. It was actually good the way they did it, because then they developed you as a player, and like this is the attributes you need for that position, and that's when they kind of said, look, you're going to probably have to go right back, because you're not going to be tall enough for centre back. And then that's when I started trying to understand right back, and probably even then, centre back, then you didn't really try and be good on the ball, you just defended.
Yeah.
And then that's when you probably had to then get, practice and actually getting on the ball and doing that side of the role, playing fullback. So that's when it started really, from under 13s.
Who's in that team that you signed for?
So it was
when you're having the game against the academy lads.
Yeah. So he was already there then. So I know we'd seen Richie Jones, Phil Marsh. I know Danny Guthrie was there. I can't remember the timing when Danny Guthrie was.
Were they all there before you? Or?
Trying to work out. I think Richie was. Richie was there from 8 or 9.
Yeah, since birth.
Nicky Adams.
He
was there from young, because he was obviously the loud one, innit? So Ashley Grimes. Ashley Grimes.
Yeah. Ash was good.
Yeah, very good.
What was the guy that played at centre half that was like a Jewish guy? Do you know what I mean?
Mark.
No, that was Mark. There was Mark. Something.
Mark Oxley.
Oxley, yeah.
It was Mark Knight. Remember Big Mark Knight?
Was he called Josh?
Josh.
You'll know him. I seen him recently. His name will come to me.
Yeah, do you know what? It's a weird one, because we were all like, our years, we all kind of mixed in with each other. You forget who was usual year, but like people don't know usual year below me, because I played with you for a year, which we'll get into. Then you've got like Eagles a year above, and Bardo 2 years above, and we're all kind of.
It feels like you're all the same kind
of. We're all
age.
mixed in with each other, didn't we? Which was good in a way, and we're all mates. So even though there's 4-year gap there,
and Fabian,
and that was 5-year gap. 6-year gap was probably Wells, because he played up.
Yeah.
So it's we had a good 4 or 5 years of players, didn't we? Really.
Yeah. So you're now 12. You're under 12s. You're with Man United. How did that you pretty much probably in year 8 at school, maybe year 7, year 8.
Yeah.
You've got kind of 4 years to navigate through the academy. What happened in those sort of like 4 years?
Do you know what? No, you say you've got 4 years, but you don't even think that at the time, do you? You just think, I'm at United, I'm here forever. Once you sign that first one, that's me. It's a weird one, isn't it? You don't, until you get a bit older, you don't realise the stakes here. Until you get to year 11 and it's GCSEs and college or a pro contract or scholarship, you don't. So I was just enjoying it, buzzing at United, and I remember the trip to Dallas with Tony and Paul and all, obviously us lot.
Yeah.
When you're like 12 and you're going abroad, when you represent. I remember, you know what? I always remember you representing the club.
Yeah.
Remember, like, you got a little tracksuits on. Doesn't matter how old you are.
Doesn't matter what you're
representing the club.
Where you are.
And I feel like that's when you start like learning about the club, learning how to be a good person, a good lad. Because like you said, doesn't matter if it come from Sir Alex all the way through. Yeah. Anyone that does anything wrong while you got that tracksuit on, you're in trouble.
Yeah. It was strange, wasn't it? Because we were walking through the airport as 12-year-olds going on our first ever holiday, and he's like grown men asking for autographs and stuff. It's mental.
I remember the kit, I remember the cap with the big United badge on.
I've still got
this is mine somewhere.
Mum's house, the baseball.
I remember us all just all like that big. It was mad, and we're all, going to America and stuff. Like it was class, but. I don't think we did that well there, but it was an experience, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, we got knocked out by a Mexican team, which was a scandal at the time.
Oh, was it? Meant that all the madness?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that trip, Tottenham were there, and Crouchy was in that Tottenham team, went in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do you remember?
Oh yeah, because he's
Yeah, because we were just some big
tall
guy,
lanky guy.
And we're 12 like that.
Yeah, thinking, you're lying.
You're 35.
I think that's when we all start really mixing with each other, and them trips, you know what I mean, you become mates, and the Irish lads came over, didn't they? A bit of beef between us all, but it's competition even then. Do you know what I mean? You're 12 and we've we're all, even though we're mates, we're all competing with each other.
Yeah.
But that's what made us who we are and got the best out of us.
It's crazy, isn't it? Because we'll talk about what happened when you got to under 15s, but at 13, 14, you're at Man United. You're one of the better players in the country, obviously, for being at Man United. But you're aware that there's some kids in Ireland like Johnny Evans and Darren Gibson and David Gray that are going to come over from Scotland. Yeah. And you get to sort of like 15 and the De Silva twins are coming over and they're your age, and you was just always on your toes, weren't you, in terms of...
Yeah, and I think that's what it is, isn't it? Like, you start getting a bit older and, you're playing. I think like now academies are different. Now you have to play so many minutes. Everyone has to have the same amount of games. Yeah. That weren't that then.
No.
Either you work hard, you play, or you're not playing.
Yeah.
So obviously the football, like, everything's changed, but I think back then I think that's what made us probably better, because you earn your time on the grass, and I get it, everyone's got, and then they'd come over, and then we didn't like them, and we'd try and kick each other and that, like, let them know, do you know what I mean? And, I said you're competing with people in your position from, but I said Phil Barsley to the other Simo, to Phil Picking, to Davy Gray underneath me, and I said that the Silver Twins, when they started coming, and you're thinking, are they ever going to get a work permit? You don't know, do you?
Yeah.
They're just allowed to come over and train, so you got all that going through your brain, and then you go to school and everyone thinks you play for United and you don't. Like, you're buzzing in it, like and you get a bit older and you start, finding girls and all that. You're like, oh, this is great. But it's great, I mean, but you still got to have your head on, and then you can't get in trouble at school. Which one thing United is, I always remember, if you messed up at school. The school went grass on you, but United made sure that the school told them.
Dave Bushell.
Bush, and then he'd make sure that if you'd been naughty that week, then on the Saturday you didn't play.
Yeah.
So it made us all be good in school because we wanted to play. So all them little things when you look back now in school and you think, oh wow, like that's kind of who United are already trying to make you behave and have certain standards. Yeah,
it's like they're watching you, whether you were at school, whether you were at home. Everything you were doing was getting reported back to whoever. So it made you to like a certain level of behaviour.
You were conscious in school, like, I have a little bit of a laugh, but if this teacher grasses on me to Bushell, I'm in trouble here. Like,
I got a detention once, I was crying, mate. Oh no, you're going to tell United and that. I'm just sat there after school, mate.
Writing lines, please don't tell Bushell.
Yeah, but I actually look, that just meant that you cared, innit? Really. If you didn't care, then you wouldn't bother you.
So people probably won't know this, but you had a little bit of a setback at under 15s, didn't you? So tell us about that and how you navigated it.
Yeah, it was a weird one. Obviously, under 14s, coming up to the end of the season. I don't know if it was Les Kershaw or I don't know who made that decision, but they just weren't happy with what the team, and they just ripped it up. Got rid of got rid of the whole team apart from 3 of us, which was the Richie Jones, Phil Marsh, and me. And it's a weird one because we're like, oh, Dan, I remember it. It's like the cliff. Littleton Road. Yeah. And they were like, look, we're going to give you a chance, but you're going to stay down in, obviously, under 14s. Yeah. And you feel like, oh, that's a bit embarrassing, like, at the time. Yeah. Like, Mitchie Jones, Phil Marsh, they're going to jump to the 16s because obviously under 15s is not going to be an under 15s team because they're not going to recruit anyone. And then I just felt, I was like buzzing. I wasn't one of the ones that got released, but then I had to join your team as an older lad and thought, oh, this is a bit muggy. Until I got a bit older, you realise, wow, they saw, again, they seen something in me as a lad or as a player. Obviously, I was small as well, and they wanted me to grow and give me one last chance to see. I got a year, I think, to see if I was gonna able to develop, not just physically, but even technically and stuff, reviews, and maybe, like I said, and give me a chance to grow. But yeah, I felt when I joined your team, and I was like, I don't know, felt like you were all like, wow, what's he doing with us? Do you know what I mean?
Like, you're a kid. Did say that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I was in a little huddle when you was in the toilet. So
what's he doing with us? No, it's like, but yeah, and I had Dempsey and, was it Arthur and Arthur Albiston and Dempsey, and Dempsey's obviously local, and Arthur was a full-back, so I had two great people to help me as a defender and Dempsey just as a local lad, and obviously like, your group was what a good. And even look back on your team was like what a good team it was.
Yeah.
And then I also thought, imagine as well, imagine being who was right back for you then. I can't. You weren't David till later
David
on.
didn't. But we didn't really have a right
Probably
back. Probably
didn't. That's probably why it worked.
Yeah, we didn't have a right back.
So
No, we didn't.
So then I knew I had a year to potentially then, stay at the club.
Yeah.
Using it. It was hard at first, but eventually I felt settled with yous and the club and the coaches, and I kind of kicked on. I did some extra work, and luckily I got given a chance, and then they kept me.
You was a little bit of a blueprint for that model, because I don't remember anyone doing it before you. No, but then after, obviously, Tom Cleverley did it, and a few others have done it and gone on to be successful. So you was probably the first to do that.
Well, that's credit to the club, though, isn't it? Because that was probably quite, even for them. I think I was in '87. Remember, I was allowed to do it actually. I was the youngest in my year, wasn't I? So they was allowed to do it. But it was a big leap of faith from the club to do that.
Well, we were speaking to Tony, and Tony Wheeler was saying he believes that they made decisions on kids too early.
Yeah.
So if it was up to him, it'd be much later, which is
because if I God knows what would have happened if I left then. It's tough, innit? Only a few of them lads then probably went on and got and did okay. Yeah. Or even got a club. Whether it's better chance then or when you're under 16 and you're in year 11, I don't really know, because it's tough when you leave school and you're trying to get a club and you don't have to go to college or not. But luckily it worked out, and I owed people that made that decision for that, Tony, etc. Paul McGuinness and that.
And your teammates as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
That dragged you through that year. Whatever.
them passes that me and Fraizer used to bring down and
make.
I used to send it
them
down the line.
Causes.
Go on, you two. Go and chase that.
Yeah. I wasn't chasing it. You weren't chasing it.
No, but I'd make it look good. I'd be in the right areas. The goals don't move, so what am I getting out of the box for? So fast forward to sort of like 16, 17, you're full time, you're in the building with the legends. It's obviously, this will be 2003, 2004 kind of time. Gary Neville, Phil Neville, Bardo, a number of good fullbacks. Francisco Filo was a coach. Talk to us about that sort of like little adaptation period for 2 years when you're full time.
Well, it's weird because obviously I was then an under 16 there was no under 16s.
Yeah.
So it was either stay with you under 15s or training, because I weren't full time, and try and get games on the 17s on a Saturday, who were full time.
Yeah.
And been training at Carrington all week. So I remember I got a few games leading into that, even as a year 11. And obviously then the club gave me a 3-year scholar. And that's when PK signed, and Giuseppe Rossi, Floribert and Galula. Carl Moran came from Ireland and tried to get a little Yame Poussin, and it was just all these foreigners signed. But it was Francisco for me was, I owe a lot to Francisco. You need a bit of luck. You need a coach to see and like you and believe in you, and he believed in me. And he used to shout at me all the time, bend the ball. And he used to say, bend the ball. You know what I mean? And 15 years later, that's what I was doing for Vardy, get down there, you. So it obviously worked. But and I think just being around the first team and seeing them every day, just in the gym, and you're scared, and that, in the canteen, and Fergie and everyone, and you're just like, wow, this is the chance here now.
If I remember rightly, and correct me if I'm wrong, Francisco used to always tell you off for not passing to your winger. Is that right?
Yeah, that winger, go forward. They had me winger, my 3 options, winger, striker, or down the line, striker's feet, or inside. And it was like them options. It's like first, second, third. And that's probably when I started to actually understand fullback a lot more then. Like you said, you've got Phil Bardsley, and remember when he starts getting into the first team, and there's people in front of you like, wow, the pathway here is going to be tough.
Yeah.
In the first team, you got like John O'Shea, Wes Brown, Gaznev. Everyone could play right back, mate. But we were all fighting, and we were all like, I ain't pushing each other.
Talk to us about, you obviously adapted really well to the youth system. and then you get told that you're going to go on loan. Talk to us. You had a few loans, didn't you?
This is a funny story that people don't know, right? Because, because I didn't really get in the youth cup team, and I think sometimes that's a sign, not a sign, but so normally you've got to get in youth cup team, haven't you? But we played 3 at the back, if you remember.
Shawcross, Evans.
Yeah, and PK. So I'm not a wing back. Never would be. Never was.
You didn't play.
Do you not play?
Didn't play. Came on. We got knocked out against Stoke.
Yeah.
You started, no?
No, I was sick. I'm the first ever nosebleed.
Rossi, you knew? I thought it was you and Rossi.
Yami
started up front.
Rossi.
Yami missed 18 sitters.
Yeah.
So you guys the wingers, Jamie Milner, wasn't it?
Jamie Mullen would have played right wing back.
Lee Martin might have played.
Yeah,
they were the 2 wing backs.
Yeah, and in midfield it would have been Richie Jones, Floribert, and who else?
Was it Marcus? Was he a bit older?
No, Marcus.
Well, he did the live with him, Marcus Newmeyer. Yeah, so I came on last 20 minutes, but obviously that was disappointing. Didn't get knocked out of the youth cup, and you think we're not going to make it.
Round 3 as well, wasn't it?
It was an upset.
Our team was worth about 8 million or something stupid.
At the time,
yeah.
2005.
And it was in that score, Patterson.
Yeah, that little striker.
Yeah.
He was like Vardy before Vardy, where he was like a little nuisance. Yeah.
I never forget it because it was you know what, everyone's there as well. You've got everyone's in the stand. And we were massive letdown really when you got when you brought all these players from abroad and that.
Yeah.
So then obviously eventually got in with the Resis and that, with Chucky and Ricky.
Yeah,
Fraizer. But yeah, so I remember when everyone was going to Antwerp, and I remember it was Sylvan, Eckersley, who is it?
Did Colin Eve go there?
Nah, but obviously everyone was going before, weren't they? And it was like the pathway to the first team. And Tom Eaton, he didn't play though, which was mad. And I remember knocking on Sir Alex's door, and I was like, Sylvan Blake. And I was like, can I have a word? I don't know where this came from. This was mad. And I was like, I want to go to Antwerp. You know, so like, what? Obviously, you're supposed to get told you go in.
Yeah.
Then he was like, let me think, I'll speak to you, whatever. And I just thought, all right, didn't think anything of it. It must be next day or 2 days later. He was like, do you know what? Maybe because I had the balls to go and say, look, I'd only played 6 months in the reserves.
Yeah.
I had way not enough experience to go to Antwerp. And then he pulled me in and said, you know what? Yeah, you can go. So it all started from there. And I had to sign a new contract. Because I was a scholar.
Yeah.
I had to sign pro.
Smart move looking back.
Very good move.
Yeah, that's right. Any chance you telling me at the canteen now to knock on
Put the money up.
I'm going to do this. Like, you work,
my wages.
Yeah.
I was on 400 quid. Bump me up to 800.
So you're the reason I went then. I got dragged there as well, didn't I?
You got dragged,
I knew I was going through the breaking news on Sky Sports.
No way.
Sat in my digs with Kay and Dave, yeah.
No way.
Breaking
that's
news.
what happened, innit? It was
Danny Simpson, Johnny Evans, Fraizer Campbell.
Yeah, so obviously I did the 6 months for them first, and then obviously you lot came because I did.
Oh, so you did
I did the first half of the season. No. I did the end of the season.
Yeah.
The January to end of the season.
Yeah.
Went on the tour, and then I went back with yous.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I ended up playing. So that January to January, I played 30 games.
Fair.
So half and half.
Right.
And obviously we used, and then that's when me and Johnny went Sunderland, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then David Gray and who took over? David Gray and Shawcross took over us. So it's just, when you look back, United are just pushing everyone.
We're on the conveyor belt.
Was
Warren
Joyce there at the time?
Yeah.
It was Andy Wells.
Warren Joyce. Or maybe Warren came after you'd
Warren came. Yeah, Warren was with us now.
In Antwerp?
No, came after.
Yeah,
it was Andy with us, wasn't it?
I had both.
Yeah. So he was after. Because we still had a foreign manager, and Andy was just there looking after us.
Oh, right, okay.
And that was mad. We used to kick off all the time. It was fights and everything. Cause
what were the Antwerp lads?
Yeah, because we're going over there. Like, this is their livelihood.
Yeah, fair.
And we're going over, and you don't realise at the time, like, this is people who've got families and kids, mortgages. And you don't realise, do you, until you get older?
No.
And you're going in there, I've just took the captain's best mate, the captain Gunter.
Yeah.
I just took his mate's place that he was right back, and he's not getting his parents the money anymore, and you don't
It was
know.
mental over there. What about the facilities and the training ground and that?
It was. What about our cars?
Yeah.
Kia Picantos?
Honestly, it was mental. Like,
I've heard some of the stories.
Well,
just
we
like
can't
the
tell them,
training
innit?
ground.
I was hoping we was just going to naturally flow into the story.
So after that loan spell,
Can I
Tell it, go on.
Can I talk about we went to London? Oh my!
not well, yeah.
Go
Why
on.
not?
Yeah, so we remember MySpace.
Disclaimer, I don't know this story.
Remember MySpace?
Yeah.
It involves
So
you.
I'm on MySpace. I got my MySpace page, and I've just been getting friends and whatever, and met this guy who's a promoter, and I was saying to you, like, innit, right, listen, we've got to go out in London, but we're in Antwerp, right? So I planned it all.
Yeah.
Planned the whole. I know it's not. It's
Simo's
just the start of
concierge.
it, yeah, So yeah, we said to the coaches, didn't we, that we had Nike. Was it Nike? Yeah, we had a date in the Nike store.
Yeah. Sponsored.
Sponsored.
Bear in mind, I've only wore Adidas.
Yeah,
shirts
the whole time.
Yeah.
I've never seen
Yeah,
you
they-
Nike.
they-
No,
going
it was
Nike,
me,
I'm
John.
going
Yeah,
Adidas.
me, John, Gibbo. We had a day. We were going to the Nike store, and we got a train from Antwerp to Amsterdam. We flew to London City, which is miles away. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We got a car, stayed at the Mayfair, never forget, right? Obviously, we weren't even on that much money. This skinted us for time. I remember.
Eating on toast in Antwerp.
I look back thinking, we must have looked so young. Sat in the Mayfair bar, ordered 4 drinks, and it comes to like 60 quid.
Yeah.
£15 each. And we're like, oh my God. Obviously, like back then, even now that's expensive, but back then, that's
Yeah,
expensive.
it's extortion.
This
Yeah.
is like 2006, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah. And then we went to Funky Buddha on the Tuesday. We got a table. We're thinking it's big, and it was about that
Mate,
big.
is that it?
It was about the size of that book.
Just
What's that? Did it look like this size?
Yeah, and we obviously had a night out, and I never forget. Next day we got back to Amsterdam, and we got on the wrong train.
You've got on the wrong train.
Got on the wrong train to Antwerp.
going the wrong way.
He was going the wrong way.
Wrong way, mate.
Oh, we got training next day. We must have got back at like stupid o'clock,
Daft.
knackered. Then I was like, "Oh, was your night trip?" I was just like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, it's great." But yeah, I never forget that's our first night out in London. But yeah, even that just does like me, you, Johnny, and Gibbo, like even just to like navigate ourselves out of the country to London. And
Yeah, it was a buzz.
it was a buzz. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's something I'll never forget that. And yeah, well, it was a good trip that.
So after that, you've left Antwerp and you've gone to Sunderland with
Johnny,
Roy and Johnny, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that halfway through the season?
Yeah, January, yeah. So Johnny went first. I think by that point he'd made his debut for Northern Ireland as well.
Yeah.
Remember? And Johnny went first, and then I think they needed a right back. So a couple of weeks later, I think Roy maybe, when I look back, he probably didn't get his first choice or second choice. And then that's when he spoke to the club and said, "Look, I'll take Danny." And then the manager said, "Yeah, look, you go to Sunderland with Johnny." And then to be fair, like I didn't look back. Obviously got my mate next to me. Roy Keane's my idol,
Yeah.
my hero.
Who was in that team? Was Yorkie in the team?
Yorkie, Stern John, Nosworthy, Ledbetter.
Who was in midfield?
Yeah, Grant Ledbetter
Ledbetter.
midfield with I put Carlos Edwards on the right.
Yeah. Trinidad International.
Yeah. Dean Whitehead was in midfield also with Grant Ledbetter, and Yorkie played in there sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a decent little team.
Chopper up front.
No. It was David Connolly.
Right,
David
yeah.
Connolly. We had a good little team, and then to be fair, like looking back, we didn't lose a game.
Wow.
From that point on. Didn't look back, won the league, and don't even think at the time we realised how big of an achievement that was, getting a club into the Prem
From the Championship.
from the Championship.
Yeah.
Obviously with your idol, Roy Keane, that was massive for him as well. And yeah, it was good. I was thinking I won the Championship on £800 a week. We got a bonus and that, I was buzzing. And I didn't have to get one, but he made sure that Sunderland gave me and Johnny a bonus because we weren't in the
player pot,
original player
sheet,
pot.
yeah.
So even that was nice. And then that was the start of English playing in my career in English football, and Fergie was happy with how it went, and so when I stayed around the first team, went on tour to South Africa.
See, let's put yourself in a position where you're looking back or you're giving advice to a young lad that's at one of the big teams in the Premier League and he's going on a loan to a Championship. What are the ethics and the ethos that you learned at Man United that you took into that experience?
But I think just that winning mentality, like that was the start of the journey of winning. I think we took it for granted, winning, because you had to win every day.
Yeah.
In training, you know what I mean. Our 5-a-sides, 8-a-sides, it got heated.
Yeah.
You know,
Every
if you were 2-goal deficit, like that was bad.
Yeah.
You had to be 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, and it'd kick off. Like not literally, but we was hard on each other and nothing
People
stupid.
started wearing shin pads and that. I thought that was a bit weird.
But I think like again that came from, I was 19, 20, and I think that came from like the journey of like United from young, saying listen, you're here to win, you're here to push each other. Even going into a new dressing room, you want your teammates to like you, respect you, but you're a good lad. You do everything right. You don't disrespect anyone. I know that's not just about on the pitch; it's off the pitch. I think, and I think that's what. If I say to a lad now, go out on loan, it's not just about working hard and doing it on the pitch. It's being a good lad off it as well, and being part of a new team and being in that environment where you're accepted and respected.
Like a good teammate, almost. Fast forward to Newcastle. So Newcastle's a permanent deal, and how does that transpire?
Yeah, so I think obviously obviously played first team, got my debuts and stuff, and it was so much competition. And I went to obviously Blackburn, Paul Ince, and that Premier League move, which was part of my journey. Everything was, if you look at it, from youth corp to reserves to Antwerp to playing Championship Sunderland to now can you play in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Because it's part of you want to be Man United's fullback. That's your path. This didn't quite work out, and it kind of looked like I'd failed in the Premier League. And then Fabio and Raphael got the work permits.
Yeah. And
they could both play right back. So there's another 2 right backs now. You had Wes, and then do you know what? I look back, I think people don't know this, but there's 5 subs back then.
Yeah.
5 subs, man.
Yeah.
And like, no offence, Shazy, but when you got John O'Shea, that can play everywhere, even in goal. He's not going to make the bench.
Yeah.
So now when I look back, I think to play like 9 or 10 games in that team, which was the best team in Europe, was actually quite a big achievement, because now you've got 10 subs, and you can have 9 outfield subs, yeah?
Can you? Yeah.
And there's 9 in it, and 5 can go on.
9.
Is it 9 subs now?
9.
9 on bench.
9 on the bench.
I thought it was 7.
It's 9 on the bench now. Yeah. No, because Champions League Europe was always 7.
Yeah.
So that's why lads actually got a chance in Europe.
We used to look forward to that, didn't you?
Subs because of the bonuses and stuff. But to get on the bench in the Premier League back then, it was like, and I don't feel like there was that many injuries. I don't know. I just feel like everyone was always fit.
Everyone just soldiered through it, didn't
they?
Yeah. Anytime I was around the club, everyone was fully fit.
As
soon as I left that building,
everyone's injured.
Yeah, everyone's injured. Wes had his injuries, but the year I was in the first team, he played 50 games.
Yeah.
Cheers, Wes. And won the Champions League. It's his best season of his life.
I did feel sorry for you, because you went on a few loans, but like a couple of years later, Makeda comes on and scores that goal that wins them the Prem.
No, it's mental.
Which is like, but that wasn't happening when we was in the academy, was it? Like,
it was really tough to get a game then.
Yeah,
it was really tough, because they had the best team in the world, United and Barca at the time. So I feel like, listen, I was buzzing. I got my debut. I played Champions League. But yeah, it was so tough. And then obviously when them, even though when Hargreaves could play right back, and what I remember, it got to the latter stages and I played. Now when I look back, I was a kid, I didn't understand, and now I get it. When you get your few games in Champions League or they qualified, it doesn't matter at the top of the league, so you get a game. And then second half of the season, as Fergie said, so Alex said, it was business time.
Yeah,
you're not getting a game.
No,
you're not getting a game. But at the time, you don't get that, because I don't think anyone explains it to you. Like, this is the time now where you can't drop points. Like, if you make a mistake as a young kid and you draw at home and lose 2 points because of you could lose the league. You're not really understanding it. So I think then that summer, I wanted to go out on loan. I just wanted to play, and then the twins were signed work permits, so it was kind of time really. And Newcastle came in, and it's a massive club. I had a 6-month loan. Again, it was Chris Hughton took the chance on me, and I knew my time was up, and I didn't want to admit it, because I thought, if I do well at Newcastle, you never know. I could go back, but you just don't know, do you?
You don't know for football.
You just don't know.
You don't.
And obviously, it's a massive club. Again, expected, because they went down, they expected you to win. So that pressure that I'd learned being around the first team, kind of, it was nice to have that pressure to get that club back up. Joey Barton, Kev Nolan, Butty was there, Alan Smith, Kev Nolan, like I said, all these big players. All these big players who expected to win and get the club back up, and I was part of it.
Was Colaccini there as well?
Yeah. So it was.
They kept a lot of the players, didn't they?
Yeah. So got back to January, and I had 6 months left at United. Newcastle wanted me to stay. I could have gone back and chanced it, but then you might have turned Newcastle down and you left with nothing in the summer.
Yeah.
Back in the reserves, which you don't want.
Yeah.
I know some people are happy to do that, but I wasn't. So yeah, it was the right time to leave, and it was gutting because I didn't get to say bye. I was gutting. I was already at the club.
Yeah.
When you want to be in Carrington and be like, I'm leaving, bye to everyone, and I don't know, I'm only
walking out with your black bag and hugging people.
Yeah, you still get and stuff like, oh lads, I'm leaving. Oh, I'm gonna miss you. You know what I mean, like kit men and the staff and that. You just want a nice spot. And obviously I didn't, and obviously you get to go back at some point in your career, but it was the right time to go to Newcastle.
And at that point, your careers collided again because you was at Newcastle and you was at Sunderland.
Yeah.
So talk to us about them games from as mates in the week leading up to that Wear Time derby or Time Wear derby. What's that?
What did you say first time?
Wear Time.
Wear Time. Is that right? Yeah, nice.
And Time Wear. It depends who's at home, no?
Yeah.
Right. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
I got it right.
So no, it was it.
That's right.
Yeah, again.
That's right.
You get to learn, don't you? That it means a lot to people. It's just their life.
Yeah.
Phrase.
I think Sunderland, when I first went up there, it's the first
I'd
place.
already played with Sunderland, and I thought it was a
that's
weird
what I
one.
Yeah, it's the first place I've been where, like, you see someone in Asda on a Tuesday wearing a shirt and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no game on. They're just wearing the Sunderland or the Newcastle shirt throughout the week because that's how much they love.
Don't you ever remember, I think, when you probably looked up in the stands and it was like it weren't just like guys, it was grandmas,
Everyone's,
granddads, kids,
dogs.
Granddad, you know what I mean? It was like all the way through. It was like the family tree, all there. Like it was like a religion, innit?
Yeah,
and they hated each other, not hate, but like I always remember as well. They'd be like family feuds and like all sorts going on, and the build up was.
It
just
felt like
nuts.
a good rivalry.
Like I weren't allowed to be mates with you sometimes.
Nah, yeah. But I still used to come to your city every night and take all your
yeah, we'd let you in Newcastle a few times.
I had to sneak in night time.
Only beat you the week before. We'd let you in. We let you come tucked up.
Little cheeky one in Jesmond.
So Newcastle, one of my favourite times, man. Like that's when you feel. That's when I think you feel like you're a first team player. You've grown up. You're a bit of an adult, and like you said, it was even navigating like who your friends are at Sunderland, and it's like, wow, this is quite deep. This.
It was. I came to that game. It was at St James's Park, and I think you'd sorted me out, but obviously you're both playing. And I've come out, and the atmosphere was the best atmosphere. I've been to Manchester derbies and all. This was like nothing I'd ever seen. And then I came out, and I'm thinking I've got to try and get back to wherever we're meeting everyone. And there's just this fan, and he just like he had he must have been obviously drunk or whatever, and he just like punched a police horse, and then like got arrested. I'm like, what is going on here? Like it's mental, like outside and all that, and like you go to a train station where the Sunderland fans are trying a thing, and people are like doing all sorts of madness. It was crazy.
I know. It is mad. It is mad up there.
It's a special place.
Yeah, no, it's class, man. So I was lucky to be there both, but luckily I didn't play against Newcastle for some of them in different leagues.
Yeah.
So I got a bit of stick, but yeah, ultimately I lean towards more Newcastle, obviously, or Sunderland, but I just know it's good to see them even playing each other now.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
So you win the championship, or
Yeah, we won it,
So you won the championship twice by, what, 24, 25?
24.
And
23.
23. Yeah. And then you go into the Premier League with
Even
Newcastle.
then, look back, winning 2 championships at 23 is like, don't really just take it for granted because winning was a part of your culture.
Yeah.
It becomes the norm.
Habit, innit?
Yeah.
It's a good habit.
Yeah.
But I don't think I enjoyed it. as much as I probably should
I
have.
think you would have done.
Oh, listen, no,
That's never been in question.
Listen, I could lose and go out and enjoy it, really. No.
I've never seen anyone enjoy it more.
Enjoy a night out. Listen, I'm the best for a night out. But no, like, just,
I know what you mean, though. Taking it all in and really appreciating it.
It was like, this is just the norm.
Yeah.
United, you win stuff. Because
Yeah.
United are winning everything, and you're just seeing everyone with medals and trophies. And you've won 2 championships at that age. You think, wow, this is. And then you go in the Prem and you realise, it's not all about winning now.
Yeah.
It's about survival. And then you learn the other side of the game, which is staying up with your wages and what it means to stay in the points and all that stuff. You start to learn a lot about yourself.
It's a mentality change as well, isn't it? Because like you say, United, you expected to win every game. You go to a lesser club or a club that's in the Premier League, for instance, in your case, it's like, no, we'll just take a point here. Like, we're not going to try and...
Yeah, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, listen, you're celebrating a point.
Yeah.
Like, it's at United, you don't do.
Yeah.
So you've got to, not be wise, but understand where you are.
Adapt.
And what club you're at now, and then you start to appreciate going away in the Premier League, going away to away ground and getting a point is good. Sometimes in your lesser team. And you start to appreciate, certain things.
So you end up leaving Newcastle and end up at QPR with Harry Redknapp. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, it was fair. Newcastle wanted me to stay, but I wasn't happy with the deal. It was 5 years. There was no incentives. I want to be pushed. It was just 5-year deal, and this is great, by the way. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that, but there was no challenge.
Yeah.
And then I wanted more, and then it's weird because I dropped down from the Prem to go to QPR, and again in the Championship where I expected to win. Now you've got Bobby Zamora, Richard Dunn, Rob Green, England internationals, Jermaine Gina, Sean Mike Phillips, Harry Redknapp, and I thought again it's another challenge with these kind of people, men, internationals, to learn from. And with one sole focus was getting up and getting back into the Prem, which I'd done twice, and I thought I enjoyed it. I want to do it again. So I was down in London, which was another challenge in itself. But it was challenging. I said I think everyone loved Harry Redknapp.
Yeah.
As soon as I spoke to him, it was an opportunity to work with him, and we did well and managed to, and I did it a different way. It was a playoff final, which I think actually meant a lot more to me than the other two, because it comes down to one game, and it's not just like, end of this game you get a cup and a medal. This changes everyone's lives.
Yeah,
it's not just mine. Wembley, it's the staff. Like you're creating jobs for the club, changes everyone's life for the next year. So it was a mad. That game was mental.
Was Nadum there then?
Yeah, Nadum. Yeah, Nadum played. It was me, back forward me, Nadum in the final, Clint Hill and Richard Dunn.
Wow.
And Rob Green, that was out, and we were under the cosh and we just defended like men.
Someone got sent off?
Gary O'Neill.
Did he, yeah?
Yeah, Gaz O'Neill.
Strasbourg manager.
He was a good man, but it was the right decision what he did in the end, because they were going through one.
Did he take someone out? Wipe someone out? Did he, yeah?
How's that again?
Yeah.
Literally, just kicked him.
Really?
Just took the feet, yeah.
And was he right winger that day?
No, he was centre mid.
Was he?
Yeah, and it was, we had to then, that was like 25, 30 minutes to go. You know what I mean? You're thinking, oh God, Wembley, 90,000, what are we going to do? Charlie Austin went left wing, 10 men were under the cosh, didn't have a shot on target.
So Bobby stayed up front, Charlie's gone left wing.
Junior Hoylett on the right.
Yeah.
Joey Barton, and maybe Carl Henry, I think, or maybe, in the middle. No, yeah. So, I think that was about right. And then 90th minute, probably the best. Honestly, we'll go into Leicester and stuff, but I think that was probably the best moment in terms of slow-mo 10 seconds ever in my life.
It's a finish as well, isn't it? It's a proper finish.
It just fell to him, and everyone knew he was 91 minutes on the clock. We'd not had a shot on target. And
they were decent Derby as well at that time.
Yeah, they should have won.
Yeah, they got to a few playoff finals.
Yeah,
in the
they were
Derby.
decent.
Yeah, they
Richie
should.
Keogh and all them. Yeah,
they should have won, mate. Chris Mine up front and all that, and Will Hughes and some of them, I think. And it was Wembley. Everyone's there, man. Yeah, it was just like, wow, we've got this team back into the Premier League, and Great few days.
Not that you celebrated it, you just went home, didn't you?
Yeah.
Early night.
Yeah.
Match of the day.
Yeah, that's it. I watched all the matches of the day with a glass of wine.
Chilled one.
So now you're back in the Prem. Harry Redknapp, QPR. And they're going a little bit of a signing spree. They signed a few experience.
Yeah.
Did Rio go?
Yeah, but that was the reason I left.
Okay.
Because Rio?
Yeah. People don't really know it, so yeah, Rio signed, and Harry obviously, because we don't know, Rio's one of the best centre backs we've ever seen in the country, but he wanted him to play in back three and be in the middle of a three.
Right.
And again, I'm not a wing back. Even when you watch the first team, you know, when we hammer him, it was, you see people playing wing back, and it's a specific role that you've got to have certain attributes. You've got to be a certain kind of, not just fitness, but the attributes, defensive and attacking.
Yeah.
It's so different to right back. I don't think people understand. So anyway, yeah, there wasn't really a spot for me. I think it would have been Rio, Nadem, and Clint Hill was the three, I think. And he just said, look, you can leave.
Who would have played right back and left back then?
So we had a foreign lad, right wing back. We had a few options left wing back in terms of, Asuakato, Traore.
I was with him at Spurs.
Traore, obviously from Arsenal.
The fast one from Arsenal.
Yeah, top
lad.
lad him. So you had them, they were there. So it was I can't remember, was it Isla? It might have been Isla, it's called. I will check that. But and then Glenn Hoddle came in, and I was I was out of.
Glenn Hoddle was there.
Yeah,
was it?
Got Glenn Hoddle in. I read
wow,
that.
that's class.
I remember thinking a couple of times I was trying to play wing back, and Glenn Hoddle's trying to like. To help me play right wing back, and I think it's Glenn Hoddle this, mate. But I couldn't. I just,
I'm trying, Glenn.
I'm trying, Glenn, mate. I'm a right back, mate.
I'm at the back of my locker, and I've got nothing in it.
Yeah, I'm old school right back. I don't want to receive it with a left back or left back up my arse.
Nah.
I want it in front of me.
Yeah.
I like playing with my winger, which I've had all my life, from Carlos Edwards to Banafa. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? To then obviously Riyad Mahrez. So it was just what I'd learned playing at United, which is what United was.
Francisco thing, innit?
Gary Neville, Bex, that's what we've seen, innit, for all the years. Silvestre or with Giggsy or everyone Giggs. I mean, that's what we've seen. So it was Gabby Heinz and stuff. So when Wes Brown, that was what you did. You worked with your winger. So
none of them fullbacks would have been able to play wing back either, would they? That you just named there.
Never, none.
Maybe Evra.
Yeah, Pat probably could.
Evra.
Because he was the start of the change, innit? Him and Ashley Cole. Probably Glenn Johnson. That's when it started to change a bit. But so I got a phone call. It was Leicester. I swear to God, within 24 hours, I was leaving QPR. I remember the lads like, "You ain't leaving. See you tomorrow." And again, what I said before, I've got me collecting stuff out of the change.
Got the hooks you wanted.
I got me black bin liner.
Yeah.
I was like, lads, I'm getting off. Had 2 years left in my contract. I said, well, I don't want me. When you wear managers, he don't want you. That's when you're getting off. So, yeah, and then 24 hours later, I was at Leicester, and obviously I knew lads there from the academy, Jinky and Matty James, Casper to a degree, Richie Delat at Antwerp with us. So I knew everyone there, kind of. And, so thank you, Rio, and thank you, Mr. Redknapp, because obviously I wouldn't have ended up at Leicester.
So you've obviously named some lads that were at Leicester, and we understand, and we'll probably come on to what happened and the camaraderie. If I was to say which is the second best dressing room, because I'm guessing Leicester was the best, what's the next best dressing room after that? Because you've obviously been QPR, Newcastle, some good decent lads in there.
I'd probably say probably QPR.
Really, yeah?
Yeah, Newcastle's meant like some of the lads, but I think as a group, like Tuesday Club at QPR.
was that a book club? Or? Yeah, decent.
Go library, mate, after training. I don't want to throw people into that, man. that book club, yeah. We used to, in all them pubs in London, But nah, I think like the way that year, I think, Charlie Austin, the lads I've already mentioned, all them international players. I think we actually did spend, again, it was like time off the field together. even Hogan a frame. Remember Hogs? Oh, Hogs.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So it was like, I think the way we, that year, I think we got through that cup final
Because of them.
because of how we were. And that last 30 minutes we pulled together from all of the year that we'd had together. So yeah, I think that was probably a really good dressing room, which came from probably from us really, and Harry kind of letting us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say that was the second best dressing room.
So you get to Leicester. Who's the manager that signs you? And
What year do you got Leicester? 14?
2014.
Yeah, 14.
So are they in the Championship or the Prem at that
No,
point?
they won the league.
To go to the Prem.
Yeah.
And you got promoted with QPR.
Yeah, in the playoff final.
Right,
So
okay.
Burnley was second, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So you've gone into Leicester, just been promoted with QPR, probably not expecting to be there.
Yeah, it was a weird one because I don't really know. I feel like Steve Walsh signed me. It wasn't really Nigel because we had Richie Delatz. And then it was a weird one because me and Richie were completely different players. And Richie to me was like the kid at Antwerp when we were playing in the first team that United had seen while we were there and signed Richie.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
But Richie was like pace, power, ran forward and
Could run, couldn't he?
could run like you couldn't believe, like Forrest Gump. So I knew there was a challenge ahead. That season was a struggle. Fitness, adapting, getting in there, not the click, but just getting involved in the way they were every day. Nigel, that was his man right back. But I got a few games when he was ill and stuff, played a little bit. But I don't feel like my career really started at Leicester until Claudio came in the year after, and basically at the start told me he didn't want me. So I've been told a few times now, it's Harry Redknapp, now it's Claudio, but this time I'd had enough and I said no. I want to stay, I want to prove you wrong. So that season, I was in the 21s, didn't even train with the first team. 6 or 7 games, Richie was playing from the Claudio, and I'd go in, we had the right attitude. Again, comes down to United, this. You know, not being a bad egg, keeping my head down, working hard, even with the 21s, no ego. And eventually, he was seeing that over time, Claudio, and pulled me in the office and said, look, I'm sorry. And so for someone to say, a manager to say, sorry, I got it wrong, that takes a lot, that.
Yeah.
Never heard of.
No. Unheard of, yeah.
It's unheard of. So that took me back. And he said, look, if you keep this attitude up, you know, you might be a place for you in my team. And then I think 8 games in, after 7 games, he pulled me in the office and said, look, you're playing next week. So that just, you know what I mean, thankfully I didn't throw my toys out the pram or, you know, blame everyone. I'm not playing because of this. I'd got my head down, worked hard and helped out the 21s who at the time was like Dewsbury Hall and players like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, Hamza Chowdhury, Harvey Barnes, all them kind of lads. And I was trying to be a good example. Chilwell.
Yeah.
I was just trying to be a good example to them.
Was Jeff in the 21s?
No, he's first team. And I think the club's seen that. And then, once I played that first game, didn't look back, and the rest was history, which is mental, because if I'd not had the right attitude from United, you know, and being way we got brought up, then it might have been different.
So the catalyst in that season, if I remember rightly, was I think you got beat 5-2 at home by Arsenal.
Conceding goals there.
Alexis Sanchez, left wing.
He was. He ripped up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Claudio thought, I need defenders who can defend. We've got players up top that a joke. Mahrez, Vards, etc. who are going to score goals. So he wanted to keep clean sheets. He wanted a solid back four, and it was swapped Richie Delat and Jeffrey Schlupp for me and Christian Fuchs. Wow. And then that's when he brought Kante in, because we were like, who's this kid? Just a freak. Yeah. Just in training, it was mental. So then it was like us 3 that came in, and just showed everything up, and then it just all gelled. It was weird.
When he first came in, was he playing him somewhere on the wing though?
Wing.
Left wing.
On the wing, he's like just left wing, and
who?
Kante playing left wing, and then it was like we just knew. I think someone got took off, and he put him in centre mid, and we were all like, wow.
Is it Matt James?
That's better.
Nah, he was Gökhan Inler.
Wow.
Yeah,
Switzerland guy.
Yeah, took him off. put Kante in.
He played at Napoli, and that was a good player.
Yeah, Baba, and then he just ran the show. It was just like, and it was like we knew he was good in training, but it was different in a game.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was. And then the team kind of picked itself after that, and
you could
we just the level was. Me and Wes were already Wes Morgan were already close off the pitch. Again, it comes back to even all us lot as kids being close and taking it onto the pitch.
Yeah. And
you start fighting for your mate and helping your mate.
So you've gone on this mad run. The team's picked itself through a little bit of destiny and fate. Yourself, Fuchs, Kante have all come in after 7 or 8 games, and you're coming up to Christmas and you top at Christmas. What's the feeling in the place at that point?
We just
And where was the Christmas do?
Copenhagen. You know what's funny? We were running around Copenhagen, top of the league, as Ninja Turtles, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Pac-Man.
Yeah. What was you dressed as?
I was Spider-Man. Fad was a Power Rangers. I think Wes Morgan was Pac-Man. The 4 Turtles, Drinky, Ben Hamer, Andy King, Matty James. And we were just like running around Copenhagen like we're top of the Premier League. Lads, and but listen, we just enjoyed it. Like we were so close off the pitch. At times we were like, how are we top of the league?
Yeah.
Like we didn't really get ahead of ourselves until maybe obviously the City game in February when we beat them 3-1. Started to realise we're not a bad team here.
Yeah.
But again, I think when everyone started writing us off, it just made us closer and want us to prove everyone wrong. And then it comes back to me, when I go through my career, because I'd seen first team in this position, winning, pressure, and we knew we had one chance to win this league. And I think all them experiences I'd had brought, even me personally, I don't know, everyone else is different, but brought me to that moment where it was like, this is what I've wanted my whole life. This is what United was about. And my experiences with United from young to the first team brought me to this time now to get through it and try and win.
Yeah, and also the mentality to get yourself in a winning position by just having the right attitude at training.
It was definitely down to that. Because listen, I've always said there was players better than me in United growing up, but I think I know we joke about it. I like going out and stuff and night out, but at the right times. Yeah, really. But I think when I trained and that, I
trained properly, didn't you?
I trained proper.
Yeah, you did.
My attitude was right, and just in the odd time make mistakes, but 99% of the time, I trained right, and it was because of my environment growing up at United, and that sort of gave me the career I had, I think, and took me to that moment to get over the line with Leicester.
Fast forward to the 360. So you get in the team because of Arsenal, and then you get sent off at Arsenal. What you thinking about in the dressing room there? And did Welbs score in the last minute as well?
Welbs. So I'm thinking my old academy mate just buried me. Just killed my dreams, mate. So I was a very lonely 40 minutes, 40 minutes, very lonely. And I'd come off the pitch, I think, at 1-0 up.
Yeah.
And they got 1-1. Wells just come back from injury. So normally, he scores the winner and I'm happy for him because he had a bad injury and could come back from it. So I think everyone was buzzing for him from an Arsenal point of view. And I was with Aaron Ramsey the other day working, and he brought it up, and he thought, we thought then, like, we're coming for you then.
Yeah, you're going to catch you.
We're going to catch you. And it's only Feb, because we're talking about, even now with Arsenal stuff, we're talking about it, and I was like, how did you think? And I asked him, what was your mentality because of us little Leicester? And he thought, we thought we were coming for you. And so I thought Wells had ended my dreams, but then the manager, which he did really well, was he gave us a week off.
Wow.
So now when you see your Arsenal, you just obviously don't know when this comes out, but we've just lost to us.
Yeah.
And you're like, is he flapping? Is he nervous? How is he going to manage his players? Where's them play? Them players have played for England and national teams.
Yeah.
And you're like, where's their heads at?
Yeah.
Because we'd lost that game and under pressure. And the manager said, listen, here's a week off. go and do what you need to do. Come back next week. Went to Dubai, by the way.
I knew where you went. I went
We all went to Dubai. Again, it's like...
Said he was the lowest of the low, and then 2 days later he's in Dubai.
But I was buzzing because I needed to get... Like, it was the best thing that happened because I could get away and forget about the media or Twitter and like the pressure that was getting put on us because we lost. Now they're going to blow it. And yeah, like a lot of us went, and then we come back, and it was weird because it was like, right, lads, this is time now.
Who organised Dubai?
Don't start saying that. It was a group. It was the WhatsApp.
Even Wes,
it was a WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
But no, it was just we look back, what a decision. Come back and we didn't lose after that. It was just like it was just the way he handled that was mad. And now when I look at people trying to win the title and stuff, I think, well, how are they coping with it? You know, what they're gonna do, and it's interesting to see what Arsenal are doing now after us, United beating them.
So, going on to like management, is that the best piece of management that you've seen in your career? Would you say, or
from a team perspective? Because it would have been so easy for him to not blame me or like come in screaming and shouting and have us in on the Monday, Tuesday doing loads more work, video analysis, and he was like he recognised that wasn't what we needed then. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We haven't been in this position before. None of us.
Yeah.
And he just wanted us to, and he acted when they said, clear your mind. That's what I used to say. He like, go and clear your mind.
So you booked a spa, did you?
Yeah. Little massage.
Little hour and a half.
Nice. We had a few days in the spa. And then he came back in Monday morning and he's like, right lads, I hope you've done what you needed to do. But now it's work now. Now it's business time. But yeah, I think the way he handled that, the defeat. I mean, he just lost to Arsenal. Everyone's saying, "Oh, now the wheels have come off." I think that was one massive thing he did for us that season, because you just obviously we don't know what else would happen, but I think that we come back fresh, right, mentally fresh, not physically, because already physically fit at this point.
Yeah,
I think that's where people get confused. It was more mentally ready to go for the last probably. Maybe 12 games, I think.
It's demanding, mentally demanding.
Yeah, it's
especially when you're at the top of the league and people are trying to catch you and whatnot. And
I always think God knows what it was like playing for United then.
Yeah, you're just expected to
Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup, and the Premier. Like, do you know what I mean? And if you get knocked out of any of them, it's everyone's disappointed.
End of the world.
You know what I mean? We just had one job, Saturday.
Yeah.
It was just that, and
no one really expected you to do it.
Nah.
So even
pressure
if you did
ourselves,
lose,
pressure on it.
Yeah, even if you did lose a game, it was people were saying, well, they should have won that game. Everyone was like, oh, here it is, here's the fall off.
Yeah.
So you guys were free.
It was just
the amount of times I rang this guy on FaceTime and they were just out.
Yeah, they were. That's how I knew that was the best team.
Together though, like not just like 2 or 3 of them.
Everyone.
6, 7, 8 of them just out. Maybe
even
just a
Shinji
restaurant.
And all that, wasn't it? And Allure and people like that.
They just beat someone and they had like Chelsea beat someone on Saturday and then they had Chelsea like Tuesday night or something.
Out Saturday night.
I remember one stash, didn't we?
You beat Chelsea, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, it was Chelsea, I think, and Mourinho got sacked.
2-0.
2 Riyadh scored, and it was Mourinho got sacked, and we'd just been out a few days before, like the team. I remember 15 minutes to go and I looked at Wes. I said, I'm tired, man. And I thought he'd give me a bit of encouragement, Like, yeah, come on. He went, so am I. But do you know the way he said it? He gave us a lift, innit? Yeah. He's like, I'm not the only one, do you know what I mean? Again, that was just the way of us getting each other through, do you know what I mean? And it was just like a little internal laugh at each other. But nah, it was honest, that group, I can't believe it's come to 10 years.
Are you going to celebrate that?
No. No, we've got a WhatsApp group ever since then called Reunion 2026.
Right, nice. So you got to do something.
Yeah, we're in the group talking about it. We're going to do something, but don't know what the club Leicester are going to do. You'd think Leicester will do something, but
little meal.
Just a little meal.
Nice restaurant
early night.
Yeah, there's a new restaurant in Manchester.
We tried to put pressure on Riyadh to sort it out.
Yeah, he's not struggling.
He's in
is
Saudi, he's
he?
all right.
Yeah, he's not struggling.
But no, it would just be like I said. It'd be nice. Everyone get back together.
Yes.
And I know some lads are still playing, but it'll be summer. But I just can't believe it's 10 years.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's scary, really.
And in terms of like the next season, you've obviously seen United do it previously. Like, how did yous come down off?
No, we didn't.
Off that.
Come down, yeah, like a lead balloon. As it was, now you've got the gold badge on your arm. People realise to play differently against us. Pre-season wasn't great. It was more probably about touring and showing off the PR and the trophy, which is right in a way, rather than, I don't know, we just didn't look back. I think not many teams have ever done back-to-back. Now, we knew we weren't going to do that.
Yeah.
But I think just the mentality was, I think that, I'll never forget that first game, Hull away. First game of the season, they just got promoted. And we lost, man. And it was like, we hadn't lost really. We weren't used to losing.
Yeah.
And it was like, first game of the season, lost to a promoted, it was written, by the way.
Yeah.
Promoted team. And we lost it away from home, we lost. And it was just a struggle from there. And trying to cope with Champions League, not many of us ever done it before. Squad, was it big enough? Probably not. So navigating all that, obviously we're buzzing for the Champions League. That went well.
Yeah.
To be fair, we got to the quarter-finals, which is mad. But the league we struggled, and that's when everyone panicked, and Claudio got the sack, and everything just started to fall off. And I think when we got knocked out of the Champions League, it was like, for me and a lot of lads, was like, where do we go from here now? You know, we're nothing now.
Yeah.
We're not that team anymore. You know, we were just like middle of the Premier League. Back to where we were, and the dream. It was all like, you know what I mean? The dream was, just woke up from a dream.
Yeah.
You know, no more Champions League. We knew we weren't going to be in Europe the season after.
Because you were 10 for 11
Yeah.
for whatever.
So it was just a bit of a reality check of where we were.
Yeah.
And, you know, did we all manage it right? We don't know. But it was a lot of, again, pressure and expectation then, rather than before.
And was obviously that people are looking at that team, and Riyad's had a breakout season, and Vard's has, and N'Golo has, and people like that, and Drinky, and there's obviously a lot of so-called bigger clubs that looking around. Were people trying to encourage the group to stay together, or did you know they had to evolve?
Yeah, and Kante. So I remember saying, like, remember when we knew he was like N'Golo Kante, like best centre mid like in the league.
Yeah.
And we knew he had this buyout clause, and it was mad because even like no one ever talks about contracts and players. Oh, he's got a buyout clause. We need to sign him up. Like we don't need to sign him up. The club do.
Yeah.
It's not our decision. But we knew he's got to get this buyout clause out, and give him his money. Never happened. And then once Chelsea come in, we were like, nah, N'Golo, man, you got to stay. Come on, man. He's like, he's smiling and that. Like, it wasn't him. He would have stayed. But once you've triggered a buyout, the ball's going to roll.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were like, no, just one more year, Champions League, come on, stay with the gang.
Yeah.
And obviously he left, and it was a shame because if we got to the quarters without him, you know what could have happened with him, because he was the best he was the best player on the team for me, and that who did that defensive side of it. Still had Riyad and Vards, but yeah, indeed he come in, he was young, so big boots to fill at that the age he came in. So yeah, and then he left. Then I think Drinkwater was next. Then you lost your two in midfield. Then I think when Harry come in, Riyad was next. And then Chilwell left, and it was Harry that left, and it was just like the only one that really stayed was Vards. Yeah. He could have gone to Arsenal, couldn't he? But he stayed. And he's the only one really, but all the other big players eventually moved on, and yeah.
Fair play. So then, sort of like COVID hits. What happened at that stage? What's going through your head then?
Well, funny, I ended up at Huddersfield because of Fraizer before COVID.
Yeah.
Obviously, I something broke down with me and someone. I left Leicester. I wish I never left, but I did. Again, I wanted to play. I wasn't the type of person to just become second choice. And
who was playing ahead of you?
We signed Ricardo Pereira.
Good player.
It's at the time I was like convincing myself, nah.
Yeah.
But I knew he was good. I'm 32 at this point. In hindsight, you accept that role a little bit and you just stay around and you play as many games as you can for the club that you love.
Yeah.
Because obviously of what we went through. Didn't want to do that again as usual. Wanted to go out there and play. Things fell through and then I was struggling, wasn't I? And I was like October maybe. September, October. Didn't have a club, 32. Thought I would have. Premier League winner and that. It's surprising when you get to 32, people don't want you.
Yeah.
Fraizer, you rang me, didn't you?
Yeah.
I was like...
People don't care once you get near 30.
Yeah.
Not care
mental,
what
innit?
you've done in the game.
No.
It's just
I couldn't get my head around that.
Yeah.
I'm like, how can... And then you're not doing pre-season with anyone.
Yeah.
Then the Premier or the season starts. You're not anywhere. You're on your own. You try to keep yourself fit. It's just like I remember I turned up at West Brom. Me.
Did it on the wing?
Yeah. Did it? I was training at West Brom. With the 21s. Michael Appleton, because I knew him.
Yeah, I remember.
But I might turn up at West Brom and people looking at him like, what's he doing here?
Yeah.
We're not signing him. And trying to keep fit because it's hard on your own. And Fraizer rings me. Said, Simo, what's happening with you? You know, we need a right back. Remember that? Yeah. And then from there, really, next minute, I'm at Huddersfield with you,
in
innit?
the deep end.
Yeah. Well, we started well. Bottom of the league, weren't we? And then,
we were struggling.
Just in the Prem?
No, Championship.
Well, listen, I mean, we've not had any points, have we? Maybe 1 point.
I can't even remember.
And then the next 9 games, we went on a run.
Yeah.
And then, so it's back with Fraizer, and then COVID come. And then that was it. Then it was tough for everyone, I think.
Made it even worse for 30-year-olds.
I'm 33 now.
Yeah.
Like,
been in isolation for 18 months and got
back at Leicester, training with Leicester. I had a few clubs waiting for the window to close so then you can go. Did 11v11 and then I went to stretch for the ball. Pulled tendon off my hip.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's what happened there. So then that was another, and then I was without a club, not even on the contract, so I was doing my own rehab. I wasn't getting paid. I was 33 and I nearly gave up, to be honest. And I was getting fit at St George's. Leicester were helping. And I thought, this can't be the way I go out.
Yeah, it's
gone from bad to worse, especially with COVID and stuff. I thought, this can't happen. Just got my head down, got fit, and then luckily ended up back at Bristol back with Nigel Pearson at Bristol City. But I should have gone Chef Wed. I made a bad decision. Should have gone Chef Wed with Darren Moore. Should have stayed at home because 33, my daughter's getting older and Bristol's miles away. No disrespect to Bristol, but it just didn't fit. And it was 34 now, going on to 35. And my last little goal was to get to 35 because it's quite tough now when people get to 35, like we just mentioned. And so I got to 35 and I was, at that point, unfortunately, I'd had enough. Weren't playing and get older, body's different and that. And you're playing these teams and they think you're that 28-year-old that won the league. Yeah. You're not anymore. You got these little wingers. So I saw Semenyo, who's got the City. Marking him, mate. I used to joke with him when he signed. I said, listen, you owe this to me, you know. I said, you was playing against me every day for training for a year. I was helping you. You get better. But I was happy for him. But Semenyo was there and Alex Scott and we had some top players. But it didn't work out for me and I think enough was enough and kind of thought, right, this is maybe walk out now rather than dropping down
and
walk away now. Sorry.
A great career and obviously there'll be a lot of people that when you're getting a little bit older and slower saw you as a little bit of a scalp, but give us your best 3 left wingers that you ever played against in order.
It changes every day. I've got different moments where the else give me nightmares. Depends how I wake up. Thinking, it was him last night. I'd say the 3 were, I'll explain why, Bale, Hazard and Coutinho.
Wow.
Coutinho you wouldn't expect, but when he was at Liverpool, what he started to do, he was then when wingers started to go into the pockets. And you're like, rather than like old school back in the day, it was right back, left winger. Let's have a battle. Let's win your battle and 1v1 with Bale and Hazard. He started dropping these little pockets, you think, oh, do I go? Do I not? And
Teasing you.
teasing me. Come here, you. Come out. I know. And I was at Anfield, and I hated going there anyway, like most people do. And yeah, that one game, every decision I made was wrong. I just never forget that game. Bale speaks for itself when he would become Bale. You played with him, trained with him. Yeah. He just do everything. He's 6'2".
He's strong.
Strong, head it, go short, go long, spin. Yeah. You know, run at your back post headers. He had everything. Yeah. So he was like, you knew,
freak.
You needed help.
Yeah.
No, there was no 1v1, and then Hazard. He just is skillful, as we know, and you needed help with him. The only thing with him, though, he'd beat you, and he'd wait and beat you again. Yeah. So he didn't kill you like Mahrez would like beat you and
score.
Yeah, like Hazard wasn't. He just he had fun, didn't he? Yeah. So I think there's all them three in different ways, depending on the day, really. But yeah, I think I got to go with them three.
Fair play.
Yeah, good players.
Top three. That last question. What is it that Man United gave you during your adolescence that stands out and has helped you the most, would you say?
I think what they taught me was, I've said it before, not just how to be the best footballer you can be, but the best person you can be. And I think that's why United's special, because I feel like the alumni and everything, like, it doesn't matter if you haven't seen everyone's like a good lad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, now in the group, you haven't seen people for years, everyone's gone on their own little journeys. But I think every single one of us would say that, you know, standards, you know, behaviours, respect in staff and each other. And I always like, it used to annoy me when certain clubs and certain players speak to staff in a bad way. It's like, they're here to help you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it was, how to be the best version of yourself in life, not just in football, but in life, because we don't know, you might not be a footballer, you might be something else, but you just carry that everywhere you go with you in any walk of life. So I think that for me stands out the most.
Amazing. What's next for Danny Simpson?
Love Island.
Veterans.
What time is it? What time is it? Going for dinner? No. I'm hopefully I can get involved more with the coaching and the academy, and like I said, I obviously did that degree, the psychology. I like working one-on-one with young players, and there's still options. Actually, I'll be honest, I'm still trying to figure it out, which is mad to say, because I'm nearly 40. Well, I'm 39, come up to 40.
Just call it 40.
Yeah. Not yet. No, so what's it been, 3.5 years coming up to 4 years since I retired, and I'm still trying to figure that out. And I think that's what people don't realise, you know. And I remember, when you retire, you get told by everyone, "Oh, you're old. You're too old now." Yeah. You're not, actually. You've got another life to live and figure it all out. So do you know what? I'm still trying to figure that out. That's as honest as I can be with that one, really.
That's good.
That's what we're all doing. We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, that's it. So I don't really have a clear path right now, but I'm sure I'm working on it.
Yeah.
And myself and everything else. So I'm trying to.
Fair play. Thank you for joining us, Simon. Appreciate it.
Cheers. Nice one.